All right, I think we're back. Oh, crap. What the hell's going on? All right, I think we're back. All right, that means one thing. The NBA chimes are back, and so is the NBA tonight. All right, we got a lot of games here. Let's get to it. Let's go to the NBA where the Clippers, not the Clippers, where Atlanta Hawks going to take on the Cavaliers. And I'm just going to get my sheets ready here. That's all over the place. All right, so Atlanta Cleveland minus 10, and the Hawks 240. Atlanta 3-6 on the road, while the Cavaliers have yet to lose at home. They're 10-0, 6-4 straight up, and 6-3-1 to the over. Looking at the Hawks' last 3 games, averaging 119 points per game, and on the season they're 115. Last 3 games though, giving up 125, so a bit of a slump. But you know, it's Atlanta, so what do you expect? And let me check out the injury report for the Hawks. Let me see here. Yeah, Trey Young, game time decision. Lundy out, Zeller out, Bates out, Levert out, Struss out, Dean Wade out. All right, so a little bit of injury reports there. And let me just move this. All right, so Cleveland, 127, giving up 113. So pretty much, what you see is what you get with the Cavaliers. Both teams are trending offensively, while Cleveland maintaining their dominant at home. From Atlanta's defensive struggles on the road make it difficult to trust them ATS. I agree. Over 240s were the value in the game, likely to be a high shootout. I would go over the total here in this one for sure. I would go Cleveland, Atlanta, over 240, minus 108. Let's put it on the board, Hawk. Okay, let's put that one on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, let's go to Pacers taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Portland 3-7 on the road. Indiana 6-2, 5-3 ATS. Portland averaging only 100 points per game, compared to 105 on the year, giving up 118. While the Pacers scoring 117 points per game, giving up 120. So scoring more but giving up more. So defensive slump. Indiana's potent offense against a defensive struggling Portland team makes the Pacers a strong favorite. High total reflects the likelihood of a fast-paced game. Give me the over tonight between Portland and Indiana. And if you like laying chalk, minus 10.5 is also viable, but not highly recommended. All right, Houston Rockets taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers only 2-6 at home this year, while the Rockets are 5-3 on the road. Houston averaging 112 points per game last 3, pretty much with the season average of 113. Last 3 games, though, giving up 103, pretty much same as their season. So, Houston hasn't really changed their style of play in the last couple of games. Philadelphia averaging only 99 points per game. So they're in an offensive slump, giving up 108. So defensively playing a little bit better. Houston's defensive streak gives them the edge against the Philadelphia team struggling offensively. The Rockets consistently makes the spread attractive. Yeah, let's go Houston plus 5 as one of our best picks today here on the show. And if you want the total, I think the under is where you might want to lean, under 219. Your Chicago Bulls taking on the Orlando Magic. 6.5 is the line. 8-0 for the Magic at home. 6.5 for the Chicago Bulls. 224 is the total. 10 is the line. The Chicago Bulls averaging 124 points per game, giving up 126, so giving up a little bit too many points compared to their season average, but they're scoring a little bit more, right? Orlando, they're averaging 108 points per game and giving up 101, so pretty much what you see is what you get. Orlando's defense at home has been elite, while Chicago's high scoring, but defensive poor games trends towards the over. Yeah, let's go over the total between Chicago and Orlando. And if you like to play the spread, there's some value here with Chicago at plus 10. So we'll go, let's hope they can keep it close. We'll go over 224, and we'll take Chicago plus 10. All right, LA Clippers taking on the Washington Wizards. The Wizards only 1-7 at home this year, 2-6 ATS. Last 3 games, averaging 105 points per game, giving up 101. So defensively, they're playing a little bit better for the Clippers. Washington, 103 points per game, and they are allowing 126. All right, so Washington allowing a little bit, 3 points per game more against. Both teams are struggling offensively, while Washington's defense is non-existent. The Clippers are the better choice, ATS, but you're laying minus 10.5 on the road, not highly recommended. I would go under 223 in the game between the Clippers and Washington. Miami taking on the Charlotte Hornets. All right, so Miami, the 4-4 on the road. They lost a heartbreaker last night, and then Charlotte 5-4. The Miami Heat averaging 113 points per game the last 3 games, giving up 108, while the Hornets averaging 111, giving up 114. Worsened to 117 the last 3 points. Okay. Miami minus 3.5 is the recommendation here. In Charlotte, under 218. So if you want to play the total, under 218 is also a recommendation. New York Knicks taking on the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs, a 4-point favorite. 235 is your total. I got Dallas 6-3 at home this year. 5-5 for the Knicks on the road. They're averaging 127 points per game last 3 games. That is 8 points better than their season average. Giving up 117 though. That normally happens when you have these type of stats. When the team is offensively, they're probably in these shootouts. That's why you're getting the defensive a higher average of 117. Dallas averaging 126, giving up 114. So you see how that works. Where when a team averages more points per game than their season average, they tend to give up more too, right? So over is where you might want to lean in this one. Let's go over the total between the Knicks and the Mavs tonight. 235 is your total. All right, let's summarize it for the picks. Over 240 in the Hawks-Cavaliers game. Blazers-Pacers, we're going to go over 233. Houston plus 5. We're going to go over 224 between the Bulls and the Magic. Clippers minus 10.5. Miami minus 3.5. I'd go money line on Miami instead of laying the 3.5. Take Miami money line and go over the total between New York and Dallas. All right, those are your NBA plays today for Wednesday, November 27th. Let's go to NFL. We got some games this week, so let's see if we can make you some money in the NFL. All right, just want to make sure my stream is not dying here. Okay. All right, let's go NFL. Okay. Got to play some. I agree with the overs in the NBA tonight, says Daryl Turner and his other brother, Daryl. All right, the National Football League, Week 13. You guys ready? Hey, we got 3 games tomorrow. Hey, we got some good football. All right, Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears 0-4 straight up and against the point spread this year on the road, 1-3 to the under. While Detroit 4-1 straight up and ATS at home. Look at the Bears offensively. Last 3 games, only scoring 16.3, but they've been playing some really good teams. And giving up 23 points per game, while the Lions, they're averaging 34 points per game. Wow. Holy cow, eh? That's a hairy carry.
Holy cow!
Yeah, that's pretty good. The Lions giving up 11 points, 11.6 points per game defensively. So Detroit's offense and defense are peaking while Chicago struggles on both sides. The Lions should dominate at home. Yeah, if you go with that mindset, the way these two teams are coming in, Chicago had the last 2 games at home. Now they're on the road. It's going to be tough for the Bears. Minus 10, division game though. You never know these division games, right? Let me go check the Ram report. I'm I want to see how these. I want to see how the Lions do in Detroit. Let's go to the Raymond report. All right, let's Chicago 5-game losing streak. They're 4-6 in Detroit, 5-5. Yeah, how do they do on the road on Thursdays? 6-15 since 1983. That's the Chicago Bears are 6-15 ATS since 1983, while the Lions on a Thursday 22-21-0. Yeah, all those Thursday games, right? Those Thanksgiving Day games. That's why they got so many. All right, under 48.5 is probably where you want to go. If you're going to play the Thursday, the Turkey Bowl, 48.5 is where I would lean towards the under in the game between Chicago and Detroit. All right, game number 2 tomorrow. Hey?
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, big win over the Commanders. Hey, Jimmy would have been, Jimmy's proud of that, I guess. Minus 3.5 is the line, 37 is the total. Hey, DeVito. Hey, I don't know. It's a mess in New York. Both teams are a mess. Hey? As Rex Ryan would say.
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together? When are we going to put it together? Can we not run the ball down their throats every snap? Can we not throw it anytime we want to fucking throw it?
Whoa, hey. All right, so the Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5. And 37 is the total. Dallas 0-5 straight up and against the point spread at home this year. Ooh, I don't think Jerry's too happy about that. Hey, I don't think Jerry's too happy about that. All right, the New York Giants averaging only 15 points per game, a little bit better than their season average, but they're giving up 25.6. So, hey, Dallas, those division games, right? Those division games, you never know. Dallas averaging 16 points per game, a little bit less than their season average, giving up 31.3. Way too many points on defense. Both teams are struggling, but the Giants' offensive issues may keep this game low scoring and close. Yeah, and that's one of my rules of thumb in sports handicapping, right? If you like the underdog, take the under. If you like the favorite, take the over. Give me the Giants plus 3.5 and the under 37 on game number 2 on Turkey Day. And as Jimmy Johnson would say, where's my old Jimmy? Hey? All right. Going from Jimmy Johnson to Vince Lombardi. All right. The Packers minus 3, 47 is the total. And the Packers at home at Lambeau this year, 4-2 straight up, 3-3 ATS, while the Dolphins playing a little bit better lately, right? 2-3 and 3-2, but who they played? Let's say it's okay to look good, but if you're beating the beatables, then you should be beating the beatables, right? But a South Florida team playing at Green Bay at night. Eh? Holy cow. Eh?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Hey, you think a South Florida team's going to do well at Green Bay on the, late November? I don't know. Hey, I can see all these Parkers coming out. Hey, the big heat benches behind the Dolphins. All right, let's take a look here. Miami averaging 30 points per game. The last 3. Yeah, you know what? They're playing some, but who have they played, right? Who have they played? Look at the Packers. They're 10-0 against C-type teams the last 10 games. C-type teams are teams below 500. So when Green Bay's at home against teams below 500, yeah, they smoke them. 10-0 and 9-1. And look at Miami, 0-10 against the A-type teams. Teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, 3-7. And who has Miami played? The Niners, the Bears, the Lions. Oh, sorry. Patriots, Raiders, and Rams. Okay. Maybe the Rams the only team that's decent there. And then they had the Bills. They you know what? They lost a close one to the Bills, 30-27. Hey, glad you're back on college football playoffs and college football bowl game. Texas Longhorns and again. You know what? You called it last year. Yeah, you did, Daryl. All right, so Packers scoring 24 points per game, almost season average, allowing 17. So Packers coming in a little bit hotter, but the way Miami's playing though on offense, I got a feeling they might have a run here in them. They might have a run. I like Miami plus 3. Well, here's the thing: if this game was in Miami, obviously the line wouldn't be minus 3. I think the over is where you want to go. I think over 47. I just don't know if I want to trust the Miami team on the frozen tundra. I don't know if I can do that. LA Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Back in the day, Shanahan, against Al Davis. Those are always good ones. Minus 12. Oh, that was the Raiders and the Broncos. Yeah, wrong matchup. Wrong AFC West matchup. Raiders and Broncos back in the day. Raiders against the Chiefs. Chiefs, man, minus 12. 42 is the line. Kansas City has yet to lose at home. 5-0, 2-3 though against the number. It means the bookmakers, they know you're going to take Kansas City. When you see this type of record, 5-0 straight up, but 2-3 against the number, the bookmakers know they can. Chiefs fans or Chief backers are gonna, they're all in, right? So they got to play with the number to make sure that they don't get hosed on a 5-0. Las Vegas, last 3 games, scoring 34 points per game. Wow. Yeah, but who are they playing? Who are they scoring 34 points against? The Raiders. Who's the Raiders putting that many points up? Watch it be crap teams. Denver, Dolphins, Bengals. Against, yeah. Okay, yeah. They're not scoring. They're allowing 34 points per game. That's much better. The Chiefs, believe it or not, scoring a little bit lower. 22 points per game compared to 24 in the year. Giving up 23. So, yeah, Chiefs look vulnerable, man. I'm telling you, like, the Chiefs don't look like they got that killer instinct. Like, the Chiefs are just hanging around too much. Like, when I watch a Chiefs game, I'm like, man, they better put the foot to the pedal. They have the foot on the gas. They're just Chiefs. Teams are allowing the Chiefs to hang around. You give Patty Mahomes, in the fourth quarter, a chance to hang around, he'll burn you. He'll find a way to win, right? When the thing when you play Kansas City, it's like a heavyweight fight. You got to take him out the first round. Take him out the first round, second round, so that way they lose their confidence throughout the game, right? You don't want a team like Kansas City hanging around. And for me, when I watch the Chiefs right now, they're a beatable team. They're a very vulnerable team, and but they find a way to win. The best teams do, right? But when you're facing the Chiefs, knockout punch. You got to go for the knockout punch. Break their will. Kansas City over 42 is where I'd lean that one. I'm not laying 12 in the Chiefs. No way. All right. Tennessee Titans, Washington Commanders. Commanders, man, the last couple of games, after that Hail Mary, it's as if they, it's as if the Hail Mary was their Super Bowl. Commanders 5.5, 44.5 is the total. Tennessee's playing a little bit better. Opinions on Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Zach Collaros, and the veteran battle testing, losing the Riddles. Yeah, you know what? Winnipeg just Collaros was banged up in that game. Like, if you watch the Grey Cup, something happened to his finger, and he wasn't the same when he came back. But Oliveira didn't get going. Quarterback's best friend's the running game, and in the Grey Cup, the running game, and Toronto was the best team since the Labor Day weekend, so that's why the Argos won. All right, Washington, last 3 games, giving up 29 points per game compared to 23. So, Dan Quinn's the defensive guy there, the head coach. But what's hurting Washington right now is the defense. Tennessee plus 5.5 is a nice pick. I think a lot of people still gonna bet Washington the next maybe. Bettors are they're funny, right? They'll believe in Daniels, but they're gonna say, okay, one more game. We'll give you one more game. Hey, that's the way they do it. And then next thing you know, it's like you look at teams. You look at teams that are on the rise right now, right? So when I look at some of the teams that are on the rise, obviously Detroit's on the rise. Let me go get my. Let's go look at the streaks. There's Frank the Tank. Let's go look at the streaks. Right in the NFL. Detroit, Philadelphia. The Eagles right now. The Eagles are a team on a mission. Like, now that the running game is going 100% with Saquon, I don't want to play the Eagles right now. That's the team I don't want to play in the NFL. That's the team there. You do not want to play the Philadelphia Eagles right now. The Bills, it could be Bills-Eagles Super Bowl. That's what it's looking to me. Minnesota, I wouldn't say they're a team on the rise. I think they're getting away with murder right now. I think Miami, until they play a real opponent. We'll see if they're for real. But Minnesota Vikings winner of 3 straight, lost in OT, traveling back home thing could be a letdown spot. Yeah, I don't really believe in the Vikings right now. Like, I think that they're beating the beatables. I just don't think they're like, you look at Philadelphia, Buffalo, Detroit, like they're getting better every week, right? Like when you look at the pendulum of teams, you're at the tipping point right now. Teams are either going down or they're going up. And the teams that are going down, the Dolphins, the Broncos, the Eagles ATS, but look at the ATS losses, right? Straight up losses, sorry. Raiders, Giants, Bears, Jaguars, Washington. This is what I mean by Washington, right? Like, I think Washington still has a little clout. Like, I think the betting public still, holding on to their rabbit's foot with the Commanders. But I think they're going the other way, and it's because of their defense, right? Jacksonville, Chicago Bears, Giants and Raiders. They're just lost causes right now. They want the season to end. They want to get to that draft. They want to get to the draft party. So these teams are on the rise. You don't want to play these teams. These teams you want to play, right? And I think Tennessee is a team you don't want to play right now. Giving up 25 per game and scoring 20. Playing a little bit better, but, they've probably beaten the beatables, right? Tennessee Levis, Kentucky Wildcat is salty. Washington, LSU Tigers getting all the attention. Yeah. I like Tennessee plus 5.5. I think the over is probably a better bet. I think Tennessee, Washington over 44.5 is, as Randy Moss would say, straight cash. All right, Chargers, Falcons, Atlanta. All right, New Orleans is going up and or down. Yeah, see, that's another team, right? New Orleans. The Saints, are they going marching in or what? Nah, you know what? The Saints, I wouldn't trust the Saints. Let me just go look at their lineup right now. All right, so the Saints, Kamara. No, the Saints, I think the Saints are steady. I think they're steady Eddie. If I had to pick something, yeah, they're probably going up. Let me go look at the Saints. New Orleans going up or down? Playing the Rams. Rams are a funny team. Ram 5-6, Saints 4-7. Look at the Saints last 5 games, 2-3. Scoring last 3 games, scoring more, giving up less. But who are they beating, right? They're beating Cleveland, Atlanta, Carolina. Yeah, no. Let's keep it in the ballpark here. Yeah, Saints aren't going anywhere. All right, Chargers 3-2 on the road. Atlanta 3-3. Yeah, Atlanta, they've been on the road the last couple of days, right? Look at the Falcons. Let's go look at the Falcons. Having a good NFL season. I don't know about you guys, but my NFL's been pretty good this year. I'm doing well in the World Series of Handicapping. My handle's the Rocket. If you guys go look at the World Series of Handicapping, I'm the Rocket. I think I'm 10th right now, but plus money, doing well. I'm in striking distance of the leaders. All right, Falcons. They've been on the road last couple of games, right? Yeah. So Saints and Denver. I like Rams and Cardinals this week, says Scotty. All right, Chargers 28. You know what? Chargers could be in a classic letdown. Like, that's an emotional letdown game, even though they lost. But emotionally, the Harbaughs played each other. You played Baltimore. It's Monday Night Football. Now you're on the road in Atlanta. You should, the bookmakers got Atlanta favored -2.5. Do you believe that? Let me double check that line. All right, Atlanta. Falcons. Oh, no, the Chargers are favored, not the... All right, I got to fix that. Yeah, Chargers are favored. I got to fix that line. All right, so Chargers minus 2.5, 48.5. I think the over is where you want to go in this one. I think Chargers, Falcons over 48.5 is where you catch that ticket. Eagles, Baltimore. There's the game of the week. Eh? That could be a Super Bowl preview. Eh? There's a lot of Super Bowl previews out there. All right, big total. Yeah, I agree. Seattle's a team. And you know what? Seattle Seahawks, you look at that team, you know, name me 2 defensive players on Seattle. You know, like these guys they're under the radar. You know, obviously Metcalf, Lockett, Geno. Yeah, Geno Smith's a nice journeyman quarterback, right? Doing he's just like he's the Trent Dilfer of football right now. You know, you just don't mess it up. Just like a system quarterback. Just go in there, run the system, and hey, you know, Trent Dilfer did it with the Ravens, right? You got a good defense, you can do anything. But you need obviously you need a good running game, right? They got Walker from the player from Michigan State. He was really good. Was it Kenneth Walker? I think his name is. Seattle, yeah, Kenneth Walker, 493 yards. What did he do last game? What have you done for me lately, eh? Last game he did 103 yards. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, only 41 yards. So yeah, Walker hasn't. You know what? Walker hasn't really crushed the rushing record here. Only 103 yards game 1, and then he didn't pass 100 yards since. So imagine if you got the running game going in Seattle. Anyways, Baltimore, Philly, Ravens 4-1 at home, 2-3, just like Chicago, Kansas City, right? You know, these high favorite teams with high profile quarterbacks normally don't always have a good ATS record. You ever notice that? Philly 5-1, 5-1 ATS on the road, averaging 14 points per game against. Really good. Scoring 32. Yeah, Philly's a team you don't want to play right now. I think Philly's the play here, +3. And if you like the total, 51.5. I don't know if I'd play the total though. The way the Eagles defense is playing, I would go Philly +3. All right, there it is. There's my my previews on those games. So under Detroit, Giants +3.5, Miami over 47. Kansas City over 42, Tennessee +5.5, Chargers over 48, and then Philly +3. Those are the picks that I'm leaning with. All right, hey, you know what? Just thankful the stream didn't break. All right, guys. Hey, good to be back. I'll be back tomorrow with some turkey. Maybe I'll replace my snowman with a turkey. Hey, some Thanksgiving avatars or something. What do you guys think? Hey, Ric Flair. All right, guys, that'll be it for me today. Enjoy your Wednesday if you're traveling. Safe travels, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
All right, back to the chill music. Okay, got to put back my chill music. All right, guys, have yourself a good one. Cheers.